Hi friends, how are you doing? Look at this cool book. How cool is that? Wow. This is My Little Pony Friendship Task Trouble. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love reading to you guys, so I want you to be able to see when I have new videos posted. Friendship Task Trouble. One magnificent morning in the Castle of Friendship, Starlight Glimmer was practicing spells with Twilight Sparkle. Teleportation, multiple locations, ordered Twilight. Zap! Starlight speedily changed places several times. Transfiguration, said Twilight. Zap! Starlight transformed objects around the room. Shields, said Twilight. Starlight made a shield so powerful that it exploded and knocked all the books off the library shelves. Starlight had done brilliantly, though there was some mess to magically clear up. Amazing work, said Twilight. I have to go out now, but I want you to do some friendship lessons while I'm away. Are you sure? Said Starlight. She suddenly seemed a lot less confident. Positive, Twilight replied. I'll check up on your progress when I get back. Starlight decided to plan her friendship lessons to show off how clever she was at magic. I'll bake a cake with Pinkie Pie and do some scrapbooking with Applejack, sew with Rarity, and help an animal with Fluttershy. Oh, and I'll chillax with Rainbow Dash, whatever that is. My trick will be that I do them all at the same time. That'll really impress Twilight, she said. I think maybe you're missing the point, said Spike, but Starlight wasn't listening. So Starlight gathered her friends together. We'll do everything at the same time to finish fast, she announced. Are you sure that's what Twilight wants? Asked Applejack. Of course, said Starlight. Pinkie Pie, you go to the kitchen to bake. Rarity and Applejack, you can both head to the library. Fluttershy, you and your animals can be in the foyer. Rainbow Dash, please find a room in the castle for chillaxing. But the library is far too dusty for sewing. I'd rather be in the foyer, said Rarity. And some of the animals won't be happy there, added Fluttershy. The eagle might be better in the tower, and the chipmunks would prefer a little nook somewhere. I don't think there's anywhere good for chillaxing in the castle, said Rainbow Dash. This is taking forever, and we're on a schedule, Starlight muttered to herself. I'll use spells to help things along. She quickly made a clever spell plan and used it on her friends. Kogiria, Persuader? I have no idea what she's saying. Fiducia? Ponies hear my voice and listen. The spells put Starlight's friends totally under her control. That's much better, said Starlight. Now I can get things done. She began by taking Pinkie Pie to the kitchen. What shall we bake first? Starlight asked. Whatever you want, replied Pinkie Pie, sounding rather like a robot. Okay, well, follow the instructions in the recipe book, Starlight said, before rushing off to the library to organize Rarity. Make a dress exactly like that one, she said, pointing to a picture. Exactly like that one, Rarity murmured, hypnotized by Starlight's spell. Oh. Applejack sat with lots of family photos in front of her, wanting to put them in her scrapbook. What do you want me to do? She asked Starlight in a robotic voice. Tell me about this one, replied Starlight, picking up a photo. So Applejack began to drone on, telling her an endless story about every detail of the photo. I'll be back in a moment to hear more, said Starlight. Then she escaped to check on Fluttershy. The animals had wandered off, while Fluttershy stood like a statue waiting for orders. Why didn't you stop them? Asked Starlight. Because you didn't ask me to, replied Fluttershy. Obviously I wanted you to. Oh, never mind, sighed Starlight. Can you please round up all the animals in the castle and bring them back here? All of the animals. Got it, said Fluttershy. Starlight rushed back to the library, where Applejack was doing exactly what she'd been ordered to do. On and on she droned, telling Starlight in great detail about every single photo. Then Rarity came over. I finished the dress. Isn't it gorgeous? It's exactly like the picture, she said. She was right about that. It was a picture. I meant to make it out of fabric, Starlight groaned. Back in the kitchen, there were cakes piling up everywhere. Pinkie was making them at top speed. What are you doing? Gasped Starlight. Following the instructions in the cookbook, just like you asked me to, Starlight Glimmer, Pinkie replied. I didn't mean for every recipe. I just meant one cake, said Starlight. Okay, stop. I think the baking lesson is over. Things were not going smoothly, but Starlight wasn't about to give up. She raced back to the foyer to find Fluttershy surrounded by spiders, beetles, and all sorts of wiggly, creepy crawlies. I gathered up all of the animals in the castle just like you asked me to, Starlight Glimmer, Shutterfly said, as spiders swung from her mane. There was even a castle rat sitting on her head. Wow. I can handle this, Starlight told herself. Try not to panic. It's just magic, and I'm good at magic. But there was no time to think of any spells. Before she could do anything, the room began to fill with smoke. The cakes are burning. You didn't tell anyone to turn the oven off, said Pinkie Pie as the smoke began to drift through the whole castle. Things are getting really serious. Oh no, we need water, said Starlight. Yes, Starlight Glimmer, Rainbow Dash replied, and instantly made storm clouds appear. Rain pelted down, and floodwater quickly began rising in the castle rooms. Luckily, the water flowed out the windows, but it left lots of puddles behind. This just can't get any worse, groaned Starlight. Just then, Twilight Sparkle and Spike marched through the front door. What's going on? Said Twilight. She quickly used her magic to untangle Starlight's spells, and she sent the bewildered friends home. The spell you used on them was really powerful. They're all going to have headaches in the morning, she warned Starlight. How in the name of Celestia did things go so wrong? It was time for an explanation. Maybe it would have been better if I had done the spells differently, Starlight wondered, looking through her spellbook. No, it would not have been better. What made you think that casting a spell on your friends to do your bidding was even remotely a good idea, replied Twilight. I don't understand, said Twilight. You've been so good at all your lessons. Why did this one go so badly? It was time for Starlight Glimmer to admit how she really felt. I didn't want to fail, she said sadly. I don't know how to do things like baking or sewing, and I was worried I would be a disappointment to you. That's why I used magic on my friends. The friendship lessons aren't about how well you can bake a cake or make a dress, said Twilight. They're about getting to know your friends better by sharing time with them. You were right all along, Spike. I did miss the point, Starlight admitted. Well, now it's time for a pretty advanced friendship lesson. It's called apologizing, said Twilight. Starlight found her friends sitting at the Ponyville Cafe, nursing throbbing headaches and complaining about what had happened. Could everyone speak in a whisper? Asked Rarity. My head is thumping. I burned a cake. I never burn cakes, said Pinkie Pie. I was up all night calming down the animals, added an exhausted Fluttershy. Starlight said sorry to everyone. I messed up, she said. I cast a spell because I was nervous about my friendship lessons. Well, here's a friendship lesson for you. Don't cast spells on your friends, said Rainbow Dash. What I did was wrong, said Starlight. I just hope that I can make it up to you. Once Starlight had gone, her friends talked over what she said. That was a pretty good apology, they agreed, and between them, they decided to help Starlight clear up the castle. I'll rescue the animals, said Fluttershy. I'll rescue some fabric, said Rarity, and I'll get those storm clouds out of the bathroom, added Rainbow Dash. Let's go. Starlight's friends got busy, and she helped them as best she could. First, she helped Rarity to repair and hang up the castle wall hangings. Then she sat sorting out photos with Applejack and helped Fluttershy to put the castle little critters back safely in nooks and crannies. Finally, she helped Pinkie Pie to do some baking and even made her friend laugh by getting cake mixture on her face. At last, the castle was back in shape, and so were the friendships. I think you've nearly completed your friendship lessons after all, Twilight Sparkle laughed. You and your friends did a great clear-up job together. That's just one assignment. There's just one assignment left to go. It's time for some chillaxing. With Rainbow Dash's help, Starlight created the perfect chillaxing space for her friends up on the castle roof. Okay, we have sunshine, chairs, and water, she said. Have I missed anything, Rainbow Dash? Just some quiet, Rainbow Dash laughed. And remember that this time you can only pass your assignment by doing absolutely nothing. That was a good one. Thank you guys for listening. I hope you come back for more stories, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.